Welcome to a special episode of Heritage JDM. Today we're in sunny Tucson, Arizona.
3 weeks ago, we found a car on eBay that we were interested in. Today we're in Tucson, and we're going to take you guys with us when we go check out this used car and see if we want to buy it.
When we arrived to his house, he requested that we didn't show his face in the video that we were filming.
These are the highlights we were permitted to show that detail the buying process here at Heritage JDM. Half the fun is getting the background of the car from the seller. Later, it's up to us to find out what is true versus what is just legend or myth. And that's work for another time.
Where again?
I got it from right below San Francisco.
Okay, so it's a California car.
Santa Maria.
And how long have you had it for?
Oh, I'm probably going on about 5 years now.
And then you kind of helped restore it a little bit, get it running, and get it.
No, it was actually a running, driving car when I got it.
Oh.
But when I did get it, I ended up transmission went bad, so I pulled one out of the Hawaiian car to put that tranny in. And at the time, I expected the clutch, and it was in good shape, so I put everything back together. And and other than just doing general maintenance, that the car has always been well kept and kept up, and then we've enjoyed it. I bet you I have probably put close to 2,000 to 3,000 miles on it. I mean, I drive it down to Tucson for car shows.
Oh yeah,
and yeah,
that's cool. So now, do all these? I forgot to even look while I was driving. Does
the
all
only
these work,
the only gauge that works is the most important one.
The temp.
The temp.
Yeah, okay. It is.
And sometimes, every now and then,
No fuel? Fuel doesn't work?
No, fuel doesn't work.
Okay, it's just stuff.
Why, I don't know. When I have not had the sending unit out of it, but with extra cars, I never got. Again,
Yeah.
this car was going to be something I was going to restore when I got older, and I thought to myself, you know what, I need to sell it. I'm not going to really probably do anything with it now. I got too many other cars. I just bought an Avanti, a Studebaker Avanti, which I always wanted.
Those are nice. I like those.
Yeah,
cars.
I found a 64 the last year of that Studebaker style.
You are addicted, man.
There's a lever there that says B, which is bonnet.
Yeah.
Pull that.
That's the bonnet. Okay.
And that'll pull the bonnet, because I'm going to take an 18mm wrench
And
out of floor vents,
Bottom V's.
wipers, lights, and of course cigarette lighter. And this is for power antenna. This car actually came with a power antenna.
Wow.
That was factory thing.
So this is a high beam, maybe? Is that what that is?
Well, there's a sensor there on the bumper. If you hit that switch, it'll automatically dim your lights if a car's coming at you.
What?
Yeah.
Really? That came with this car?
It came with this car.
What? That's like something they sell now.
Yeah, I know.
That's amazing.
And believe it or not, it came out in the 50s.
Oh, right, just national.
Chrysler had it in the 50s, so.
Oh, really? All right,
yeah,
so that's not that
it's nothing new.
That's insane. Look at how like fresh and new this looks. That's just amazing.
Yeah, it's actually in quite good condition for its age. This one was well kept. It was probably kept in a nice covered garage most of its life. This exact copy of a Bosch fuel injection pump. Now, a Mercedes, I've had Mercedes 190s, I've had Mercedes 200s, I've had many early Mercedes diesels, I even had a 170. They will never rev like an Isuzu will rev. This motor will rev. Red line is actually 38, but they really go up to 4,200, and they'll run that way all day. this motor, in 1967, Isuzu sold this motor to Fridge King. Fridge King said this is the greatest motor we ever seen in our life. You know what they did with it? They put it in reefer units for semis. So they took out the old gas-powered Willys engine. They put this motor in those reefer units. So you think to yourself, well, where would I ever get parts for these motors? Any Fridge King, any old semi place, and you can buy every gasket, every bearing, every part can be bought for this engine. They're still being sold. The motor was built all the way up to 1982 under a different series. They went up, the early 2-liter engines went down to 1.8, then they moved them back up to 2.2, but they were all still basically the same engines.
Okay.
Isuzu's been building diesels forever. This is the first production diesel engine ever built by Isuzu. It came out in '62 in Tokyo as a taxi cab.
How did you learn all this stuff?
I'm very knowledgeable, actually. No, I really am. Oh, this is kind of cool too.
Yeah, that's a service light, right?
Service light.
Yeah, that's...
Whether or not it still works, I doubt it. I have not tried to use it ever. It even got the little hook to hang it.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So after we did the walk around and took a test drive, then it was time to negotiate the purchase price. The seller wanted us to buy 3 of the same car, just different years with slight variations. And we didn't need all 3 cars. We only needed the one, or only wanted the one that drove. The other 2 were parts cars, and because we're so far away, the shipping made it not worth buying the other 2 cars. Unfortunately, he wanted a specific price and he wanted them out of his yard, so we paid almost the same amount for 1 car as we would have for the 3. But it wasn't worth shipping back 3 cars and paying $1,000 a piece to ship them from Arizona to Chicago. So in the end, we ended up with 1 car and we had it shipped here to Chicago on a truck. So when we got home, we arranged for shipping. We have a couple different shippers we use, but generally we use a broker who finds us the best price for someone going from that area to this area. So after we got home, we reached out to our broker. We made arrangements for a shipper to come to Chicago with the car. So when you're looking to ship a car, all you need to do is go on Google and search for an auto transportation company. There's many of them out there, and there's a bunch of brokers that can help you out. So that's a good example of the typical buying process for a Heritage JDM car. This one was a little unique in that we were able to actually go look at the car before we got it. Sometimes we don't even get to see it in person. We just look on the internet, on eBay, we talk to the seller over the phone or via email or text, and we just end up buying it. In this case, we were able to take a nice vacation and go look at the car at the same time, and we ended up with a really fun, unique car that is probably only one of a handful left in the whole country. We'll check back in later and we'll see how the restoration comes along.
The Isuzu Bellel diesel is a very unique car. For more amazing car reviews, click right here. For our last video, click right here. And make sure to subscribe to Heritage JDM for even more. What? Welcome to a special episode of Heritage JDM.